Sergio Aurier. Ball is with Lloris, the Tottenham captain, who plays the ball forward left-footed. Dele Alli's in enough space to be able to bring that ball down on the thigh and then try and play it through towards Harry Kane, but not sure if he quite read that, Dele Alli, because Kane was never really going to be able to reach that before the defender, but he chases it down and wins it off the defender and wins a throw-in. From Kieran Trippier, who's been right on it at the start of this match, and Dele Alli is there to post. Tottenham lead Real Madrid 1-0.
Brilliant play, they've used that diagonal pass, the advancing Trippier.
Almost burst into tears, like a little boy who's been had his favourite toy taken away. In comes the ball from Cruz. The problem with him is that he can back it up and then get his team back into the game.
Breaks on.
Pulls something else out of the hat here as they play the ball through from Trippier towards Sissoko. He runs onto that, can't quite reach it before the centre half. Cruz with a brave header down towards Modric, helps it on. Onside is Cristiano Ronaldo. It comes back into midfield to Cruz, out to the left-hand side it will come. It's a chance here for Real Madrid. They get it down the left-hand side. Are they going to get the cross in? Ronaldo's waiting for it. It's played across the penalty area. Lloris gets a punch away and Ben Davies puts it behind for a corner.
Well, it was definitely offside when Madrid were breaking. I suppose that's 1-1, especially if Madrid would have gone through there and scored, but Lloris just palmed the ball away enough and then Davies helped him out. Madrid corner. The visitors want a quick response here. We've got a game on our hands.
Real Madrid with the corner from the right. It will be Toni Kroos, the German international, to play the ball in. It sweeps away from goal and then it's clipped up into the air by Davies. Looking to clear it is Trippier and he puts it out for a throw-in. Every connection from Trippier at the moment is absolutely perfect. It's amazing. Modric breaks beyond Dele Alli, ball straight across the 6-yard box and put behind by Eric Dyer, and he needed to. Ronaldo
shimmy
was
and
lurking
there. Modric just burst. Those powerful legs, that low centre of gravity between two Spurs players. Near post cross. Dyer across on the cover, good clearance.
Cruz, short corner to Modric. Ball comes out to the edge of the penalty area. It's back at the feet of Cruz. Gets it in and it's headed away by Dyer. Winks, heading it on to Harry Kane. Good control from him. If he clips it past the last man, they could have a real break on here. Eriksen has spotted Sissoko. He's trying to get in behind Marcelo, who does well to head that ball back to his goalkeeper.
Any breakout where they're taking such huge risks, Madrid, they're going almost 1v1 at the back.
I think it's because they're not maybe used to teams being quite as aggressive on the on the counter with them.
Well, the power, the speed that Tottenham have, the running capabilities across this Spurs side, quite incredible.
Half an hour gone with BBC Radio London Sport on digital. The ball is back towards Hugo Lloris. It's outside his penalty area. He'll have to clear with his feet. It's no problem usually for this great French goalkeeper. Plays it up towards Harry Kane. It falls to his feet. It's great stuff from Tottenham at times this evening. And Kane on the turn, looking for maybe Dele Alli on the run. He'll have a shot in the end as he comes in field, but it's blocked. And they will try and bring the ball away from Isco, who's having to play way deeper than he usually does for Real Madrid. Usually plays at the peak of the diamond in midfield, but he's having to sit in midfield at the moment because Tottenham are pressing so much, and they've won the ball back again through Vertonghen. And here goes Dele Alli. He's tackled well by Casemiro, and Real Madrid have the ball back. Will be St Andrews very shortly, but Marcelo is breaking for Real Madrid, and he'll get the ball down the touchline to Cristiano Ronaldo. He's going to run in field. Trippier trying to watch him as closely as he can. Davinson Sanchez comes across. He's running circles round them. In the end, puts the ball into the side netting, but it took a deflection.
Fingertip touch, perhaps, off of Lloris. Maybe Trippier got something on the block as well. Corner awarded. What Spurs have got to be a little bit careful of is they can't score off every regain. The adrenaline is coursing through the veins of the players. If there's a chance to go, by all means attack. But this is Champions League.
In comes the corner. It's headed away in front of Ronaldo by Vertonghen. And it will come out as far as Marcelo. They will have met in the European Championships, I presume, Vertonghen and Ronaldo in that match that Portugal somehow managed to take as the ball is swept in.
Offside.
It's Ronaldo looking to chest it on, and offside against Ronaldo. Quickly taken by Lloris. He's looking for Kane, who's one-on-one with Ramos. He shrugs him off using all his strength, but Ramos, Nacho rather, wins it back.
Yeah, just tried to bump Ramos there, but the experienced player wasn't having none of that.
Well,
you wouldn't see that type of defending, would you, in the Premier League? With the bus parking managers that we've got, Andy.
Benzema coming forward, pokes it down the line. This is Ashraf pulling it back for Ronaldo, straight at Lloris.
Chance. And he usually snaps them shot in the top corner. 1-1, Ronaldo back in town.
Let's go to St Andrews. Birmingham against Brentford in the Championship. Billy Reeves.
Birmingham City 0, Brentford 0. Half an hour on the clock, although we have had a long delay with an injury. As poor a 25 minutes as I've seen from Brentford this season, though they have carved out the best chance. Clark setting up Makocho, who shanked it wide. Some work to be done, especially in midfield, and they can't cope with the pace of Shea Adams up top. Birmingham City 0, Bees 0.
Thank you, Billy. Sevilla 1, Spartak Moscow 0, and Borussia Dortmund have taken the lead against Hapoel Nicosia in this group involving Tottenham and Real Madrid. Those two teams both on 1 point apiece after drawing in Cyprus, and Charlton won Fulham under-21s 1 in the Checkatrade Trophy. Ball is out for a goal kick, and we get a chance just to take a breath.
Yeah, we've needed it. It's played at a breakneck speed. Spurs have more than contributed to this game. It's been a great watch. But Madrid Andy, by any means, said, you know, when they get their passing moves going and the quality of player that they have, that Zidane has at his disposal, still a chance for them.
Lovely little flick from Dele Alli, but quickly back there is Nacho, who will play that ball back to his goalkeeper. Nacho, 27 years old, came through the Real Madrid Academy, which he joined when he was 11 years old, and handed his first team debut for Real Madrid by Jose Mourinho way back in 2011. As Ronaldo comes forward down the right-hand side. Looks to shimmy this way and that, then gets a cross in towards the far post. There's Marcelo, whose shot is deflected, or cross-come shot is deflected, and it will go behind for another corner to Real Madrid.
Yeah, Ronaldo and Benzema, you know, have tried to run and stretch on occasions. The Spurs back three, trying to pull players out of position. I've already mentioned the fullbacks as well. Has tried to do that. Corner coming in from Isco.
Lloris, wonderful take. Flew through the air and watched it closely, and just relieves any pressure that was building there. Ball is thrown out by Lloris towards Dele Alli on the left-hand side of midfield. He plays with such an upright stance, doesn't he, Dele Alli? He's always on the look, doesn't need to really look down at all, does he, for control? And he's fearless as well. He just doesn't show any major respect for opponents. He's not easily overawed, and he's shown that with his goal already tonight. 1-0, Tottenham lead Real Madrid here at Wembley. Ball is with Jan Vertonghen. Moves it infield to Harry Winks. Winks forward to Kane. Kane on the turn, gets it into feet to Dele Alli. He'll look to return the ball to Kane, who's going to hit this first time on the left foot volley, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. Didn't quite catch it as he wanted. That's the sort of interplay they can pull off.
That's a 9 and 10 combining, little scoop pass. It was a speculative effort from Kane. Difficult one from that sort of range to trouble the keeper. He managed to keep it on target. Comfortable save for Casillo.
Ball is with Modric. Sweeps it to Toni Kroos, who will help it down the left-hand side to Cristiano Ronaldo. He's come looking for the ball. He'll take possession again here and play it across the field. Now comes to Luka Modric. And all the way out to the right now to Ashraf. Real Madrid on the attack. It's poked down the line. It's a good run by Isco. He'll clip it in towards the far post. Trippier, cool as a cucumber, chests it back to Hugo Lloris, who is barking at one of his midfielders.
Yeah, he just drifted across the pitch there, Isco, centrally, an angled run onside. Clever cross, but Trippier coming round was very calm in his layoff.
Napoli 1, Man City 1. Nicolas Otamendi with the goal for City. And Villa have got a second at Preston. It was Robert Snodgrass who's got the goal in that one, on loan from West Ham United. The ball is bowled out towards Sergio Ramos, gets it back from Marcelo, then chips it down the line. Bless you, Lucy. Might have heard a little sneeze off mic there. As the ball comes to Ashraf, through towards Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's all the way through to Hugo Lloris in the Tottenham penalty area. He'll bowl it out to Harry Winks. What a couple of months it's been for Winks, Bradley.
Extraordinary.
England debut, Champions League.
But he just continues to cope, doesn't he? Whichever, challenge that he's faced with. He's a fine young man, really mature. He's desperate to impress and take this opportunity that he's been given.
And they've done well, Tottenham, haven't they, since taking the lead? They've been pretty calm.
They've had moments of control. There's been some calmness to their play. Just as we say that, Eriksson just turns it over.
And Tottenham back in possession with Marcelo down the left-hand side. The former Fluminense man gets it infield to Modric. And now the ball will be played out towards the right touchline towards Ashraf. Ashraf in field, gets it to Casemiro. Now with Nacho. Nacho moves it forward. A little pull on Casemiro there. And that
he made everything of that, didn't he?
Against Winks, he certainly did.
It's a little...
It was a tiny
right arm pull, wasn't it, there from Harry Winks on Casemiro?
Oh, I'm toppling. I can hardly keep my own balance here, Bradley. That's what he was saying. Casemiro, as he toppled over. Oh, yeah, just couldn't quite keep his feet. It was very good acting. And they have a free kick, Real Madrid, which Toni Kroos is standing over. He's the guy who only really does winning. He was at Bayern Munich,
yeah, then
went to Real Madrid, won the World Cup in Brazil with Germany. In comes the free kick from Kroos, flicked on, and just wide of goal at the far post.
Trippier headed it out.
Tottenham defender, and it will be a corner to Real Madrid.
Yeah, the Tottenham defence, actually, I don't think they're aware that Trippier come round on the cover. They thought Ramos had touched it. Having to defend again. They've got a lot of players forward here, Madrid.
They certainly have. As Kane tries to win it back off Modric, but he gets it away from Harry before he can get onto it.
Out.
And that's overhit. And beyond
Modric, of all players. Well, I never.
He used to have the old sat-nav, didn't he, for his passes like Paul Scholes. He just never, ever relinquished possession, even though he was in the most fiercely competitive area of the pitch. But we've seen him lose the ball a couple of times tonight. As Dele Alli has the ball, goal scorer for Tottenham, who lead 1-0 here on BBC Radio London Sport against Real Madrid at Wembley. This is live with BBC Radio London Sport on digital. The Simon Letterman show is live on 94.9 FM and online for you this evening. As Harry Kane looks to try and win back possession, but it's Real Madrid who will hold on to it at the back. It's Nacho in possession again. Who's come in for Rafael Varane tonight. 39 appearances last season for him, which was his breakthrough really for Real Madrid. He's had over 100 appearances now for them. As Kane plays it out towards the right touchline, Trippier is there. And he steps over the ball and then moves forward. He's covered by two players, but he beats both of them. He's been sensational so far. Sissoko helping it on. It's Kane! No! It's come off an arm, has it? He's claiming handball. It's not been given. Comes back towards Kane on the left-hand side. And he will try and break into the penalty area. Comes to Winks. I was sure he was going to find the net there, the way he's been playing. It will come to Sissoko, who fluffed his chance. Down the line towards Davis. Davis brave in the block with the defender, Ashraf. But Real Madrid get the ball clear as far as Benzema. What a massive moment that could have been for Tottenham, Brad.
Well, I'm not sure, actually. Sissoko, firstly, was aware of the cross. They've had a couple of them. Some Spurs players arriving. Delivery from the right-hand side again. Trippier did it ever so well to get past two challenges. Sissoko